Well, when you have a religion that promotes supremacy, when you have a religion that says that you are better than other people, and when you have a religion that says it's okay to steal from other people as long as they're not Jewish, when you have a religion that says it's okay to people that aren't Jewish, when you have a religion that talks about having sex with, kids that are under 3 years old, when you have a religion that promotes these things and promotes supremacy, I think you're going to have problems. And you see that in Israel. Israel is a manifestation of that religion. And I think that religion is, it's terrible. I don't believe in white supremacy. I don't believe in Jewish supremacy. I don't believe in supremacy at all. And right now, I think you have massive Jewish supremacy.
Here's what I don't get about what Dan Bilzerian just said. Dan Bilzerian just said, and I quote, "When you have a religion that promotes supremacy, when you have a religion that says that you are better than other people, and when you have a religion that says it's okay to steal from other people as long as they're not Jewish, and when you have a religion that says it's okay to grape people that aren't Jewish, and when you have a religion that talks about having sex with kids that are under 3-year-olds, I think you are going to have problems." Well, if that's the case, then why is he not against condemning Islam? Because Islam believes in the exact same tenets as the Talmud. This is why I think the hatred that he has for Jews has nothing to do with the moral objections that he just mentioned. For example, he doesn't like the Judaic Talmud religion, or Rabbinic Judaism, which is more accurate, because of supremacy. Well, Islam also believes in Islamic supremacy. Surah 929 says, I always bring this one up, "Fight those who do not believe in Allah and the last day, nor comply with what Allah and His Messenger have forbidden, nor embrace the religion of truth from among those who were given the scripture, until they pay the tax, willingly submitting, fully humble." What about the Pact of Umar? The Pact of Umar was a pact that Umar, the second rightly guided caliph, forced Christians and Jews to accept once they were conquered. Here's some of the conditions of the Pact of Umar. Here's what the Pact of Umar forced Christians and Jews to admit to. "We made a condition on ourselves that we will neither erect in our areas or monastery, church, or a sanctuary for a monk, nor restore any place of worship that needs restoration, nor use any of them for the purpose of enmity against Muslims. We will not prevent any Muslim from resting in our churches, whether they come by day or night, and we will open the doors of our houses of worship for the wayfarer and passerby. Those Muslims who come as guests will enjoy boarding and food for 3 days. We will not allow a spy against Muslims into our churches and homes, or hide deceit for betrayal against Muslims. We will not teach our children the Quran, publicize practices of shirk, invite anyone to shirk, or prevent any of our fellows from embracing Islam if they choose to do so. We will respect Muslims, move from the places we sit in if they choose to sit in them. We will not imitate their clothings, caps, turbans, sandals, hairstyles, speech, nicknames, and title names, or ride on saddles, hang swords on the shoulders, collect weapons of any kind, or carry these weapons. We will not encrypt our stamps in Arabic or sell liquor. We will have the front of our hair cut, wear our customary clothes wherever we are. We will have the front of our hair cut. Did you hear that? Christians had to have the front of their hair cut, obviously to distinguish themselves from the Muslims. Wear our customary clothes wherever we are. Wear belts around our waist. Refrain from erecting crosses on the outside of our churches and demonstrating them and our books in public in Muslim fairways and markets. We will not sound the bells in our churches except discreetly, or raise our voices while reciting our holy books inside our churches in the presence of Muslims, nor raise our voices with prayer at our funerals, or light torches in funeral processions in the fairways of Muslims or their markets. We will not bury our dead next to Muslim dead, or by servants who were captured by Muslims. We will be guides for Muslims and refrain from breaching their privacy in their homes. Are you hearing this? When I gave this document to Umar, he added to it, "We will not beat any Muslims. These are the conditions that we set against ourselves and followers of our religion in return for safety and protection. If we break any of these promises that we set for your benefit against ourselves, then our dima, promise of protection, is broken, and you are allowed to do with us what you are allowed of people of defiance and rebellion. If he doesn't like the rabbinic Judaism religion because of child marriage, well, Islam also believes in child marriage. Surah 65, Ayah 4 says, "As for women past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know, their waiting period is 3 months, and those who have not menstruated as well. As for those who are pregnant, their waiting period ends with delivery. And whoever is mindful of Allah, He will make their matters easy for them." Sahih al-Bukhari 5134. That the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old, and he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old. Hisham said, "I have been informed that Aisha remained with the Prophet for 9 years, till his death." If he doesn't like child marriage, then why doesn't he also condemn Islam? Because Muhammad married a 6-year-old and consummated the marriage when she was 9. Why doesn't he condemn Islam? Why didn't he mention Islam in this interview? And he keeps confusing the Talmud with the Torah, which means the law, the Nevi'im, which is the writings of the Prophet, and the Ketuvim, which means the writing which includes the Psalms and the Proverbs. The Torah, the Nevi'im, and the Ketuvim are in the Bible, and these are the Hebrew books that Christians believe in. Christians reject the Talmud. The Talmud came 500 years after Christianity.
You sound like a Nazi.
I mean, why do you say that?
That's literally what Nazis would have said in World War II. They would have literally articulated their hatred of Jewish people and the reasons why in exactly the way you've just done.
I don't have a hatred for Jewish people.
You do?
I don't like a religion that says that they're better than other people. What's that?
Well, you do. You obviously do. It's blatant. No one watching this will draw any other conclusion. I'm staggered about how brazen you've been.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't like it when people think they're better than other people. And you see that in Israel, and they're acting like that, and they're treating Palestinians like second-class citizens. They're treating them like subhuman beasts, and it sells that in their Talmud. So it says if you are not a Jew, that you are basically subhuman. And I don't think that Judaism and Christianity go hand in hand. I mean, they believe that Jesus is in hell burning in human shit, and they believe the Virgin Mary is a whore. So I don't think those are two religions that really intersect very well. But you know, we've been programmed that they do, and we've been programmed that it's okay and that Jews are the chosen people, and I just disagree with that. I think everybody's equal.
Do you even comprehend how this interview is going to play out when it airs?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be bad. But, you know, my opinion is not politically correct.
Judaism and Christianity do go hand in hand, because the Torah, the Nevi'im, and the Ketuvim does not teach Jewish supremacism. It does not teach child marriage. It does not teach what the Talmud teaches. As a Christian, if the Talmud teaches child marriage and supremacism, which it does, then the Talmud to us is evil. So he's clearly ignorant of Judaism and Christianity. This means lack of knowledge is a factor here. But what amazes me the most is that he's allowed to go on very big platforms and spew this contradictory, ignorant nonsense without people challenging him. Piers Morgan should have challenged him. He should have asked him, what about Islam? Muhammad slept with a 9-year-old. Are you against Islam? Why didn't Piers Morgan ask him that? Was it because he didn't know, or was it because he lacked courage? I guess we'll never know. So what's the solution? Be knowledgeable and be courageous. Debunking and exposing people like Dan Bilzerian is easy, providing you are knowledgeable and courageous. Does Dan Bilzerian hate Jews? So far, all the evidence shows that he does. Why? Because he's read the Quran and is not consistent with his criticism. If he thinks child marriage is bad, he should condemn any religion that teaches it and practices it. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy the reaction. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time, all right? Peace.